Hello, Gumoron, good morning. Episode 1 of the Black Coffee Worship Podcast. So, episode 1, what do we speak about? What do we talk about? I had a quick agenda and I think I might just spitball it and see how we go. I think I'll break down the coffee first to see and say what we do. But first off, welcome. This is episode 1 of the Black Coffee Worship Podcast. I'll break down the setup of what I'm doing. I did creative music and sound technology at university, so I'm lucky enough to have some nice microphones and some audio recording equipment, and I have my camera set up as a backup to record. I did a story vote the other day, which was to say if anybody wanted more YouTube content, vlogging style, or a podcast, and it kind of came out 50-50 for both. So I think what I'll do is record some audio, record some video, sync them up. If anybody can help me link up how to get my audio as a podcast onto Spotify. I have a Spotify Black Coffee account, but God knows how to upload your own podcasts onto there. I think I've seen some places where you can pay and stuff, but if anybody knows, hit your brother up. So, without further ado, I'll go through some of the coffees with you. I've got the breakdowns in front of me that I obviously to tell me where all my beans are from and how they're roasted and stuff, but I think I'll just speak about how coffee is like music and coffee is like art, where it's selective and it's all to your own taste anyway. So what I say may not be the same as somebody else. I'm drinking the Old Faithful 666 blend, which we'll talk about first, in my Scandi Viking mug, which the podcast can't see, but the camera can see. I've got a timer on this because my camera can only record 29 minutes of video, so I've got to make sure I do it right. So, the 666 blend, by far the most popular black coffee worship blend that we do. When I first started Black Coffee Worship, it was 3 blends. It was the heavy, the unholy, and the 666. And ever since then, the 666 has been the number one top seller. It's not one of my favourites. It's a great coffee, obviously, because I'm biased to myself, but it's not one of my favourite as far as the day drinker. I have it now and then. I'm drinking it now as an espresso, as a quattro espresso, as I call it, in my huge mug. But origin-wise, it's India, Indonesia, Africa, and more, blended all into one. As a coffee go-to every day, I like the dark roast coffee, of course, with Black Coffee Worship. This one, I think, it definitely has the fruit notes in. Everybody says you can taste that cherry in from it, but it also has a sort of, I'd say, like a deep mellow vibe to it, where you can actually drink this quite constantly throughout the day as a day drinker, but it's got that little extra bit of kick, a little bit of bitterness and acidity to it, if that's your bag. But by far, 666 blend, the most popular, the most highest selling coffee that we do. Moving on to the heavy blend. This was the first coffee that I wanted to produce. Now, everybody says, will I drink the heavy blend and basically go off my tits with it? It's not a high % caffeine percentage on the heavy. It's heavy in weight, so it's bold. It's got a thick, bold flavour to it. Again, this is what I send to the cafes to do as their diner coffee, as a filter coffee. So they just pour it in, pour a big 2 litre, 1 litre jug, and then just serve it all day hot. It's great. I call it sludge metal coffee, where it's just heavy, thick, bold, and you can definitely have this as a diner style filter coffee, drinking all day. Now, probably my favourite coffee going from Black Coffee Worship, the Unholy Blend. This one straight up tastes like an ashtray. It's over roasted, almost burnt tasting, bitter, but it's got that smoky barrel flavour notes to it for sure. Origin wise, on the Unholy Blend, we've got the mixtures of Ethiopian, Central America beans on these ones here. Where beans come from, where they do, it's good to know, but for you and me, I'd like to basically say what I feel about it, and this is what it tastes to me. It'll be different for everybody, but this one, straight up, like the fires of hell, campfire style coffee, super high bitter taste. You taste it, and it's got the ashtray sort of sick to it. And next one is my favourite artwork used for this one is the Reaper coffee, which is the only single origin coffee that we've got from Black Coffee Worship. They say tobacco-y, smoky sort of taste with a lot of body and a lot of weight. The artwork, let's speak about the artwork more, is by Jason Lubrano from the band Iron Chic from New York City. And yeah, he was absolutely amazing when he came to doing the artwork for us. I showed him the website, the coffees that we were doing and things, and he just was down with the vibe, and he was like, yep, skulls, black coffee, and dark art. Yeah, it's what we're after, this sort of metal vibe. So he smashed out with the Reaper, the three-headed Reaper, we should say, holding a BCW mug, and with the old devil circle in the background. This is what I used for my posters around Liverpool. And this is what you've got in the flyers when you get your orders, and the stickers for lucky people that get the stickers every time. Now, being a Göteborgska, Gothenburg-born Svenska pojk, Swedish boy, we had to do something with a blonde roast. So, of course, we went for the Viking blonde. I'm flapping my hair onto the camera because I've got the Viking blonde locks. It is a light roast, roasted much quicker than any of the others. I've always been Scandi ways. I've always been into dark coffee, black coffee, strong. Almost when you ground it up, I want it to be as dark as Oreo crushed Oreo biscuits. This one is a lot lighter in colour and high percentage in caffeine kick. I did a story review, and somebody sent an email saying that great review, how he'd been drinking coffee for years, and he then had 4 cups of this in the day, and then he was doing parkour off the fucking walls once he was going to the offie, and it'll kick your ass, I won't lie. I can probably have 1 cup of this a day. If any more than that, I do start to get the hippie shakes. High percentage in caffeine, the strongest caffeine percentage out of all my coffees with this Viking blonde light roast. I'd say AeroPress, French press, filter coffee. When I put this into an espresso, I find it's too sour. It's too bitter. Some people like the sour, but it's not a game for me. Now, first collabo blend by the great To Be a Tyrant in the Blasphemic blend. To Be a Tyrant, black and deathcore black metal, pure just riffs from these boys, and the vocals are atrocious in an absolutely amazing way. The boys from there, they're also linked up with the sister brand Black Cross Worship, which is my full apparel screen printing brand they do. So they wear stuff on stage, and it was definitely a goer and a no-brainer to do a collabo blend with these guys. The tasting notes on this one, again, Central America, Ethiopian style. They also got, I think it's Africa on these ones. These have got more of a chocolatey caramel notes to it. No berry, floral-esque in any of my coffees. It's always a thick, smooth, bold blend is what I try and go for with the full range from Black Coffee Worship. And the newest one is the Bones blend from Percy Bones. Leeds. Percy Bones is my best friend, a dear old friend of mine from many, many, many years ago, from when I used to live in Leeds for 6 odd years. We used to play in hardcore bands together. I used to photograph at his hardcore shows that he used to put on. And now he went to Japan for a few years and established himself as a Tokaian legend of rap metal, when he came to me after years of not saying hi to him for a wee while, he came and over said that, yeah, I've been doing new music. Check this out, linked it, and I'd never heard anything like what he has been making before. Trap metal. I didn't know what it was, and as soon as he played me some of the tracks and some of the artists that he's influenced by, I was just hooked. It's it gives me sort of some of the tracks in the breakdowns, the digital sound of the beats with the fast lyrics. It gives me like early Slipknot vibes, is what I'm hearing from some stuff. But then I do like, and I've said to him before, I like his low tempoed tracks, with these like sort of thundering bass lines and deep rooted kick drums just punching through. So we came up with this, the Bones blend, and we did the old Devil Goat on the front. These ones here, low acidity, big body in flavour, has berry notes in it, so you get that sort of sweet kick out of it as well. My flavour ratings are on the website. I rate everything in 6s, obviously, with the 666. So strength, I say 5, flavour 5, and body 3. Go to the website to see how it's all worked out. But yeah, check out his YouTube, check out his Spotify. He's touring. Yeah, Leeds homeboy there. He's doing great things. And then the last one, obviously because it's last, is the decaf blend, but we don't talk about the decaf blend because I just chucked it on the floor. So yeah, death before decaf. We don't drink decaf, we don't speak to it. But it's there as an option if you ever wanted it. So basically that's the breakdown of the coffees currently from BCW. And yeah, I'm digging them all. I drink about 82 cups a day, and yeah, it's doing me great. So I've got a little bit of Twitch happening there. Just wanted to show this. Shout out to Festively Dead, who made me a massive coaster for my huge coffee mugs. No, it's I think it's a platter plate or something like that. But yeah, he does our slate coasters that are engraved on our website. So check him out as well. Thanks for listening. I've almost finished this Quattro Espresso. And I'll go and brew another one. But this is episode 1 of the Black Coffee Worship podcast. Rambling, half scripted, just to talk about the coffees. If you like it and it's on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Spotify, I hope to get it on Spotify one day. Again, if anybody knows how to, DM me. We'll shoot the shit and we'll find out how to do it. Can you like? No, you can heart a thing on Spotify. I think that's how you can do it. So heart the Spotify link. And yeah, January 2023, we've got a buttload of things happening at Black Coffee Worship. We've got new blends, new merch. I like to do the story votes on the Instagram. Instagram is my main source of outing everything. I have a TikTok and I try and do a little bit more, but time gets in the way, as we all know. So yeah, like the stories, like the posts, vote on my stories when I do them. We've got blends coming with new collaborations. We've got new Black Coffee Worship blend coming, and we've got new merch lines dropping as well for some sick merch. More podcasts as well. If you like them, comment like, and we'll get some more done, some new episodes. Stay rad, stay hydrated. Peace.